Hello my lovelies, welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn. Today I'm going to be making a chuck roast with all kinds of good veg and everything in my Nesco pressure cooker. It is also a pressure canner. So it does pressure canning, water bath canning, pressure cooking, slow cooking, steaming. It's like an all-in-one. The manual is so big. Andrew bought this for me as a birthday gift, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, absolutely. It's a terrific gift. I have not used the pressure cooking part of this yet. I've done some water bath canning. I've done some high pressure canning. Those worked beautifully. I've browned in it. I have slow cooked in it, but I have not used the pressure cooker part of it. And I've never owned an electric pressure cooker before. You know, I've always just done it the old-fashioned way on the stove with my little weight and the jiggling and the pss. Anyhow, this one also has a weight, has a 10-pound weight, has 15-pound weight. I am at just slightly over 1,000 feet. Not even a significant amount over 1,000 feet. So I have found that the 10-pound weight works just right for me. So let's go ahead. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see what happens. I'm getting a late start today because Andrew, and all his things. Set up here on my little cart. This is an old welder's cart. Bought it at an antique store. I have cleaned it very thoroughly. It just looks a little rustic, like me. Got it all plugged in. It's all ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and turn this to brown. In this one, you cannot close the lid to brown. In your instant pressure cooker, you may have different results. Let's go ahead and put just a tad bit of olive oil in here because I do want to brown my roast before I do anything else. Oh, that's nice. They tied this one for me. Well, that's fantastic. Got this 30% off over at the Albertsons. So it was originally $18.10. I paid less than $12. And I am just going to go ahead and set that right there in the pressure canner cooker and let that brown. I've got it on brown. And then let's go ahead and... Okay, doesn't need any time. Just got my roast in there with a little bit of olive oil, leaving the lid up because that's how the brown function works on this one. The lid has to be up for it to brown. I'm just gone ahead and thrown my roast in there with some olive oil so it can begin browning. And as this warms up, I am going to let it brown probably about 4 minutes per side. Bring it back and show you what it looks like. Well, I finally figured out what I was doing wrong. I kept pressing brown. Nothing was happening. I forgot to start. Well, I've got the usual suspects here. Onion, slippery. Onion, carrot, celery. I have a few tomatoes. They are still good, but they are a little soft for, slicing for a sandwich or a hamburger. But they are going to be perfect in this pot roast. And I am just going to give a little dice up to these onions. This is one whole onion. And I'm giving it a big chop. Not worried about it a bit. Here we go. I was reading in the manual for my electric pressure cooker that you shouldn't fill it more than 4/5 full. That's kind of a mouthful. But I think we're gonna get plenty of veg in there. Absolutely. Just a rough chop on these tomatoes, kind of like that. No big deal. Just taking the little center out of my romas. I like romas. There's not a lot of waste. Also, where I live, it's really hard to get a good tomato. So, I went to Tennessee, and the tomatoes were like the size of cantaloupes. And so fragrant and juicy and delicious. We don't get tomatoes like that in Arizona. So for me, the Romas are pretty much the best choice. Even the on the vine tomatoes here don't taste like it. It doesn't taste like it. So there we go. We got some onion. We've got some tomato. So yeah, it's back there. It's browning. It's doing its thing. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm letting it go 4 minutes. Letting it go 4 minutes. Okay, got a little bit of veg here left over from the family dinner tray. Veg tray that some people eat, some people don't. That's a pretty good bag, and it only had veg in it, so I'll probably wash it and save it for later. Got a little bit more carrot, because you know, gotta get your veg in. There we go. Okay. Got all kinds of veg in there. Yay, great. All right. We've got some garlic. Let's go ahead and peel some garlic. What do I think? I think I'm going to use them all. I think I want a lot of garlic in it today. Absolutely. It'll be fine. It'll be just fine. Did you have a good day? Did you do anything fun or exciting? So Andrew decided that he's working on this really big project. His whole team. And for the last few weeks, he's just been a bear because he's been stuck on something. Anyhow, he resolved his issue. He uploaded his data, whatever, and then he decided that he was going to hit the road. So he is off on a 4-wheel drive adventure. Yeah, off on a 4-wheel drive adventure. Okay, after about 4 minutes on this side, this is how brown and delicious it looks. This really does a very good job browning meat. That is delightful. And you know what? It's just one pot. Getting it all done in one pot. Nothing else to clean. Kind of excited about that. Anyhow, by the time you see this, he'll be back. But yeah, he's off on his little 4-wheel drive adventure. He's going out near my hometown of Cave Creek, and he's just gonna 4-wheel drive it and do some camping and all of that good stuff. You know, when you work at home, both of you, and then you live together, and then, you know, all the time, I need a break. You need a break. I'll take a break, thank you very much. Anyhow, we don't fight, but it's nice. It's nice. I kind of had like that risky business movement, you know, where Tom Cruise slides, you know, down the hallway in his stocking feet and, you know, boxers and t-shirt or whatever, and you know, he's dancing all around the house. I kind of had that moment when he left the house. I love him. Got a little time to myself. Yes, please and thank you. Gonna make a pot roast. When he comes back, we can have some pot roast. It'll be waiting for him. Yeah, absolutely. So pot roast. Not the thing that you typically think of as summertime fare. You know, we're ready for some salads. We're ready for some of this, some of that. You know, some seafood maybe. I'm in the mood for some seafood. Seafood and I eat it. Pot roast. Yeah. Not what you think of as summertime fare. But I'm thinking cold roast beef wraps with like maybe some blue cheese. I'm thinking salads with a little roast beef on top. You know, that kind of thing. And because we're cooking it in my instant pressure cooker like product, yeah, shouldn't heat up the house too much. Piggy's really excited about it. Hello, pig boy. Hello, don't eat that. That's an onion. That's an onion. Okay, Mommy's gotta wash her hands. Gotta wash my hands now. Okay, I just went ahead and pressed stop on the brownie. Still going. And that's why I went ahead and pressed stop, because it has residual heat. It will continue to brown for a few more minutes. It will be a-okay. No worries. Okay, we got some veg. And then what else are we gonna get? We need a little something. Oh, potatoes. Okay, I washed these potatoes, and I'm not gonna peel them. I'm just a lazy bum, and I'm not gonna peel them, but I'm gonna just go ahead and give them a rough little chippity chop in kind of big chunks. Yeah. Because I'm not quite sure what the pressure cooker is going to do to my veg. So I want them in pretty big chunks. We're experimenting. I love experimenting in the kitchen. So yeah, big chunks. Yeah, just like that. Lots of veg. You know, I've got a 2.5-pound roast, and I did find that in the manager's clearance. Yay, hooray. Because I'm not spending $18 on a roast. I don't really like spending $12, but, you know, the times. Anyhow, Andrew's gone. And I'm going to make a few phone calls and see if I can get a few girlfriends to come over and have an old lady slumber party with me. See if they want to, you know, eat some pot roast, watch some scary movies, have a little hen party. That kind of, do you ever do that with your friends? Oh, you should try it. It's such fun. It's such fun. Slumber parties aren't just for kids. They're for adults too. I haven't had one since before 2020. And I had my friend Hollis over, and we had a slumber party, and it was great fun. Hello, Hollis, my love, if you're watching, I miss you, darling. She moved to Chicago. So, yeah, we've got all that. We need a couple more things. All right, I've got a little bit of dehydrated zucchini in here because I cooked up, barbecued all of my fresh zucchini. I want to see how dehydrated veg rehydrates in an electric pressure cooker. So, don't they look pretty? I love these little veg chips, and you know what? You can, when you dry these, they don't require any blanch. You just slice them really thinly, and you can even like season them and then eat them like a little chip. So there we go. And then we're gonna need some green powder. Okay, we've got some green powder, and we've got a 2 tablespoon measure. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 tablespoons in there. And this is a combination of romaine and spinach and collard greens and romaine and all the good things. All the good things. Looks terrific. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. We're going to go ahead and dump all of our vegetables in there. Go. And then I have this package of Laura Scudder's cracked pepper dip mix, and I love this. I typically find it, you know, right next to the ranch dressing packets. If you can't find this at your grocery store, I'm sure a ranch dressing packet will suffice. And it is onion, salt, black pepper, garlic, parsley, all the usual suspects. It contains a little bit of dairy, and that's going to be my seasoning pack. It's got salt already in there, so I shouldn't need any. Well, it smells terrific. I'm also going to put about 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire in there. A little extra never hurt a bit. There we go. This is the last of my Italian seasoning, and it is maybe a tablespoon, but that's okay. It's for a good cause. Get on in there. Now my secret ingredient is apple cider vinegar. I know you're thinking, Shorty Vaughn, that don't sound right. Let me tell you that this apple cider vinegar, well, any vinegar for that matter, I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon in. There we go. Any vinegar for that matter will help tenderize the meat as it cooks, and it does not really lend that zing to the overall dish. It will help tenderize that meat, make it extra delicious, and that chuck roast, it's going to be fantastic, but it needs all the help getting tender that it can get. That's for sure. I have about 1.5 tablespoons of beef bouillon and 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to go ahead and just pour that right there on top. Looks good to me. Smells fantastic. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and down Periscope, lock it into place. Go ahead and set it to airtight. And then we are going to pressure cook on high for 60 minutes. And press start. It's doing its thing. The buffering, it goes in a little circle. Pressure cook is on. Airtight is on. And I think we are good to go. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to just pull it forward a little bit in case anything happens. Okay, well, it came to pressure and started its countdown while I was outside doing a couple of things. We've got 44 minutes left, and then it'll beep 3 times and go to 000, and then we will let this set for 10 minutes and then go ahead and release pressure. Almost there. Super quick, super fun so far. Yay, hooray! Okay, we're almost there. 1 minute. Doing the big countdown. Oh, yay, hooray. Off. 3 beeps. And now we're going to go ahead and let it set for 10 minutes and then do a release. The smells. Let me tell you, the smells. There's something else. My baby sister's here. She doesn't want to be on camera. But Melissa, does it smell good?
It smells delicious.
It smells delicious. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, it's been 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and change it from airtight. I'm going to change it from airtight to exhaust. All right, so it's come out of the electric pressure cooker. It smells amazing. Let's go ahead and dish some of this out and see what we've got. We've got potatoes and onions. Oh, those potatoes are just tender. And those carrots, super yummy. Yay, hooray. Just get out as much of this veg as I can. And, okay. I was wondering how I was going to get the roast out, but this spider is just the right tool. There's my roast. Oh yeah. That's nice. That's very, very nice. I was worried because it said that it would make your vegetables all mushy. And I don't really care for mushy veg. But honestly, these have a great consistency. Heck yeah! And it only took 60 minutes. I gotta get a knife and check on that roast and make sure it's tender enough. I'm so excited. Alright, and I'm getting all of the veg out because then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set this back in to the Instant Pot with all of those delicious juices. I'm gonna make a cornstarch slurry and make a gravy. Okay. All right. We'll just set this off to the side for a minute. I've got all my veg. It looks terrific. It looks super yummy and delicious. Let's get it. Let's get a knife. Let's have a little taste. Let's do it. Okay, let's see. Cut it this way. Oh, it slices beautifully. Oh yeah. There we go. Like butter. Like butter. And it still looks pretty juicy and delicious. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. I'm gonna have a bite. Ooh, it's hot. I don't want to burn my face off. Okay, that tastes like I slow cooked it for 8 hours. That is tender and juicy and delicious. It might even be better than the slow cooker. I need another utensil. I want to try carrot. Yeah, that doesn't look overcooked. Oh yeah. Okay, this is one of the dehydrated zucchini. Not bad. Now the dehydrated zucchini, that's a little mushy. So maybe dehydrated veg, not the best application for the electric pressure cooker. But the carrots and the celery and the potatoes, those all had that roast. Oh Lord. Yes, please and thank you. All right, let's get our gravy on. Okay, I've got my insert pot right back inside. I'm going to go ahead and turn this to brown. Press start. I'm learning. And then I've got a little cornstarch slurry right here. And a few tablespoons of water. So probably about 3 tablespoons of water and 2 tablespoons of the cornstarch. Just going to go ahead and stir those all together. Dump it right in. I'm going to use my spider as the whisk because it has a nice long handle. Let's see if we can get you a little closer. All right. Because this will boil, I should have no problem bringing this to its fullest thickening to make an excellent gravy. But while that comes up in temperature, I'll just let it do its thing Gonna get a little salt, a little pepper, and go ahead and season this up a little bit more. A little pepper. Well, maybe a lot of pepper. I kind of like it. And this needs very little salt because of the Worcestershire, because of the seasoning packet, because of the beef bouillon. Very little salt, just a tad, just to really account for maybe like the cornstarch in the water. Yeah. Give it a good stir up. All right, I'm going to let this come to its fullest thickening and show you my gravy. I'll show you my gravy when it comes to a boil. That's already at a full boil, and I'm just going to give it a little stir up, and we should have gravy ever so shortly. Yay, hooray! Okay, my lovelies, well, we've done it. Got some biscuits in the oven. Got roast potatoes, carrots, celery, zucchini, tomatoes, the whole 9 yards, the whole kitchen sink. Super tasty and delicious. We've got some lovely gravy. I'm super excited about it. Yay, hooray. What more could we ask for? All right, we're going to get on with it. We're going to get on with our old lady slumber party. Be good, be careful, look both ways. I'll see you next time on Crazy But Not Dangerous. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe so we can be friends. Good night.